Hey team, I am super excited about this training today. I want you guys to promise me that you're gonna watch it all the way through because I think it is invaluable. Right now, I'm doing a book study alongside some amazing leaders on our team, and we are reading Rock Your Network Marketing Business. If you are serious about Plexus and you are serious about your business, but you haven't read this book, you are not as serious as you think you are, okay? So if you don't have this book and if you haven't read it, it is a short, simple, easy read. Make sure you get this book. But I want to share with you something that the author talks about in chapter 1. She talks about what it means to prospect. And in our business, we're always prospecting. That just means sharing our products and sharing our business opportunity. And she talks about it like you are digging for gold in your backyard. If someone told you that you had 3 gold nuggets in your backyard, you would get out there and you would start digging, right? You might dig all day the first day. You'd be hot and sweaty and exhausted, and maybe you didn't find any gold nuggets that day. But guess what? The next day, you would get out in your backyard and you would keep digging for that gold. What if 3 weeks later, you didn't find any gold? You would go out there every single day, even if it was just for a little bit, until you found those 3 gold nuggets. What if after 1 month you found one of your nuggets? That would be awesome. Would you give up then? No way, there are 2 more out there, right? So it wouldn't matter how long it took you, but you would get to work in your backyard and you would find that gold. Now, I want you to relate this to your Plexus business because it's very similar. The beautiful thing about the industry of network marketing is that you need just a few people and your life can be changed forever. So the author of this book was saying that she was at an event with the top income earners from many, many different businesses, and she found out something that was very interesting. And I think that this is really important that you guys hear this. But what she had discovered was all of these top income earners had been with their company for a minimum of 5 years. They had been with their company from 5 to 25 years. And each of them had sponsored anywhere from 50 to 150 people into their business. All right, there are a few things that I want you guys to note about what I just told you. Number 1 is I want you to understand this industry that we're in. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is not an overnight, life-changing, your whole life is going to be changed and you're going to be a success. That is not what this business and this company and this industry is. This is about longevity, persistence, persevering through the difficult times. It is so true that the only way to fail at this business is if you quit. There's another great network marketing book out there called The 4-Year Career, and I want our team to have the mindset. I want us to have the culture of understanding that that is what this is. This is a 4-year career. Now, I was a teacher, and if I wanted to move up in my profession, I would have had to have gone back to school, which would have meant time away from my family, and it would have cost our family money. And in the end, maybe I could have gotten my administrative degree, and I could have gone on to be an administrator in a school, a vice principal or a principal. But in the end, it would have created more debt and kept me away from my family. And in the end, the return on investment would not be even a fraction of what Plexus has been for our family. So I tell you that to let you know that I want you to commit. I want you to commit to working this business for 4 years. Because what else could you do that would give you the return on investment that Plexus gives you? What else could you be doing that is as fun as this? That you get to meet the most amazing people and have awesome friendships and go on amazing trips. It's fun. So maybe it's not happening as fast as you would like it to happen, but maybe your expectation is for it to move too fast. Now, the next thing I want you to know is that all of these people had sponsored anywhere between 50 to 150 people. They had personally sponsored them into this business. Now, here's what I would like to say to you. You are not allowed to quit Plexus. You are not allowed to say, oh, I'm glad it worked for her, but it didn't work for me, until you have personally sponsored 100 people. 100 people. Yes, you're not allowed to quit until you personally have brought 100 people into Plexus. Now, what if that took you a year? That's amazing. You're super speed, okay? What if that took you 5 years? That's okay too, because the law of averages says that if you bring in 100 people into this business, you are going to have some awesome power partners that are going to join you along the way. And I've used this analogy before, and I'm just going to share it one more time really quickly. You know, if we were betting $100 and I had a coin and I was going to flip it one time, would you bet your $100 that it was going to land on heads? Probably not, right? Because there's a 50% chance it would, 50% chance it wouldn't. But what if I flip that coin 20 times? Okay, you might be willing to put down your $100 to see if it's going to land on heads one time, right? Sure, absolutely. The law of averages says it's going to land on heads once. What if I flip that coin 100 times and all we had to do is land on heads one time? Heck yeah, you would bet your $100. You'd be begging me to up the ante and make it $1,000, right? Because the law of averages says you're gonna flip heads at least once. Now, this is the same thing with your business. You might talk to 20 people and you have dabblers and you have wholesale buyers and you have some people that are kind of interested. But if you talk to 40, then you have a better chance, right, of bringing in someone who's really interested in working the business. And if you double that and talk to 80, then it increases more. And 100, you're gonna find people that need what we have to offer and desire freedom that Plexus can offer, okay? So you're not allowed to quit until you personally sponsor 100. The beauty is it's not a race. Bring them in, plug them in, teach them, train them, teach them about duplication and the power of 3, get them started off right, and you will be successful. Now, what I think you guys are gonna find is most interesting is what this has looked like for me and my business on our team. Now, our team has a lot of jewels. We have 14 jewels on Team Eichenhorst, but I wanna show you the ones that I have personally sponsored into this business. And then I wanna give you a what if scenario. So here we have me, and we have Kim. She's a Sapphire. I personally sponsored her, and she was the 20th person I had sponsored into this business. Laura is a Sapphire, and she was the 24th person I had sponsored into this business. Kristen is an Emerald, and she was number 29. Willie is an Emerald, and he was number 40. And then Vicky is an Emerald, and she was number 76. Okay, so why do I tell you this? Number one, what if I would have quit after I personally sponsored 15 people into this business? I would probably be a silver ambassador. Or not. Maybe I wouldn't even be a silver ambassador. You guys, our lives have changed because I kept going. Now, I want to go really extreme here. What if none of these people would have joined me in the business? Kim, Laura, Kristen, what if none of them would have joined me, okay? And I would have still sponsored 40 people. Willie was my number 40, and Vicky was number 76. And when I sponsored her, I did the exact same thing here. I put her under Willie here, okay? She was my number 76. Now, I do want to say that Vicky, I sponsored her, I think 3 days after my 1-year anniversary. So you guys can see why my business has moved so fast, right? By year 1, I had sponsored 75 people direct to me. What if it would have taken me 3 years to do that? 5 years, 6 years? It still would be worth it because this is why. If none of these people would have joined me, I hope and pray that I would have continued sharing about Plexus and Vicky would have joined me at number 76. And if she did and none of them joined, I would definitely 100% for sure be an Emerald today. And so would my husband. We would be a double jewel family. You guys have seen our pay structure. You guys have seen our income disclosure. Our lives would still be changed. There's a good chance I would be a Sapphire because I had sponsored 75 people leading up to her, right? And all of those people would have been growing my business. So I say all of this to say, I've only been with Plexus for a little over 3 years. None of y'all have been in Plexus longer than me. It is worth it. Don't you dare give up before your number 76, before your Vicki Brown joins you. It would have been worth it. Would I have been so discouraged? I've sponsored 75 people into this company and, I'm not Emerald yet. How could that be? But then, boom, Vicki comes along and would have changed everything for us. Now, I want to wrap this up, but I do want to know, I want you guys to know, Kristen, I had lunch with her today, actually, and Kristen has 15 people directly sponsored to her. Vicki has sponsored, I think, like 140, okay? I have sponsored, I've sponsored 116 direct to me. Laura and Kim, I think they're somewhere in between, definitely less than 100. I mean, Kim, I think she's maybe 20-something, okay? So there is no set amount, but you can't tell me Plexus doesn't work until you are working your Plexus business, until you are consistently, personally sponsoring people and bringing them in. And don't you dare quit until you have personally sponsored 100. Because I know that if you do, then the law of averages says you will have found your runners and your life will be changed. So I hope that this inspired you and motivated you. I'm so grateful for you guys, and I hope that y'all have an amazing day.